So do we have I can. Do we have it looks like we have a quorum, right?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. All right, I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Are we streaming? Yeah, we're streaming. And welcome everyone. The first item on the agenda is approval of our minutes from our October 19 meeting. May I have a motion to that effect?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Joe.
I'll second. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Any changes or additions? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. First item is second item is Kevin Loki, who will give us a review of the local monitoring report. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, good afternoon.
So the floor is yours.
All righty, so we've got the October 2021 monthly COMIDA report. Covers our visits between October 1st and October 31st of 2021. During this period, we made 74 monthly site visits. We made 2 follow-up visits. We checked with residency with 422 workers. Of those, there were 12 non-compliant. 1 was no proof of residence at 525 East Broad LLC. 11 were out of area. It was on 1 project, Apple Ladder 2 LLC. 0 invalid ID for the USRA Manitou project that has a special compliance rate. The current overall is 64%. And remember, they're subject to 70%. As of October 31st, 2021, all monitored sites were in compliance. We had 3 new COMIDA signs delivered. Those are to Dell 3750 Monroe Avenue Associates, LLC, Precision Optical Transceivers Incorporated, and 30 West Broad Street, LLC.
Kevin, I have a question over at Apple Ladder. So did you go over there one day and find workers out of compliance and then go back and they were still there?
Correct. So on my first visit to the site, they had a framing crew that was putting up one of the 2 remaining structures. There were 9 individuals. They were all out of area. The project manager and superintendent and applicant were all told that those workers were out of area and had to be removed from the project site. When I returned to the job the next week, there were 11 of them. So 2 additional out of area. And they were just trying to get the job done.
Thank you.
Right, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I reached out to the town of Greece to see if they had any insight on the contractors, and they told me that they've had 6 or 7 different framers in there trying to get that done. Is that true?
That's correct. And they actually had hired another crew to finish the last remaining building because according to them, they knew that this other framer was out of area. So that's why they hired a different framing crew to finish the last building. So yes, there obviously has been a shortage of labor all over. And, the framers are no different than that. But we've also always advised on our visits the importance of submitting a waiver for a lack of local labor. If you're unable to obtain, labor in the local market, then that's the appropriate steps to follow. And of course, that's always something I include on my visits whenever we run into issues of this nature, because this isn't the first time I've had an issue with a framing company on that particular project.
Right. But it's pretty clear they're having a hard time getting a framer.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I spoke to the local carpenter and they have no problem willing to man that. They just have not been asked to.
So they haven't done their due diligence.
Well, there's a difference there, isn't there? There's union carpenters and then there's non-union carpenters.
Sure. But obviously the idea of our program is local one way or the other, whether they be union or non-union. The importance is hiring local labor and making sure we've exhausted all opportunities to hire local before we even need to think of searching outside of the 10 counties. And again, that's why the idea of a waiver would have been the smart move to do there to protect everyone, to ensure we didn't run into these issues if we knew there was going to be a staffing issue. But I mean, per Troy's comment there, they did not exercise every opportunity they had where they could have reached out to someone else. Yes, obviously with union guys, the price of putting up the buildings is going to increase, but you know, again, it's all about local.
Yep.
So,
Thank
if I may, Ann, just jump in.
Yes, go right ahead.
So we as staff had a follow-up conversation, and Anna, as you know, shared the correspondence we received, and we also spoke to the project owner. I had a conversation with the, I guess it would be the superintendent or super on the job there, John Fitzsimmons from Spoletta. We have a call scheduled for this Thursday at 3 p.m. to talk to them again about their plan going forward. And one of the things, they have hired a 7th crew. And one of the other things, they said they are willing to pay whatever it takes to get local on the job. And to make sure they understand the waiver process going forward. And to the extent, they did ask Troy, to the extent you have a name of an available framer to provide it to us so that we can share that with them. And I said that we would do so. So after we talk to them on Thursday at 3, we'll provide the board with another update.
Troy, I have a question for Troy.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, Troy, doesn't the Carpenters local have a fund to help meet projects that they can contribute so that it makes them on a par value with the pricing of regular carpenters?
I can't speak for that. I definitely could reach out to find out for us. Yes.
Because if the contractor doesn't know that, that's something that would be great for them to know.
Right.
Okay, any other questions for Kevin? If not, thank you very much, Kevin. Oh, whoops. Joe?
Real quick, Ann, Kevin, have you spoken to Spoletta at all? Spoletta Construction?
Yes, I have regular interaction with them. I generally work with the project supervisor, Matt Latone. He's the guy I usually walk through the site with, but of course I have dialogue with Michael Spoletta about other projects. I've been talking to John Fitzsimmons about this too. Again, whenever I run into these issues, especially with non-compliance and out of area, I generally try to reach as high as a project applicant to stress the importance of, you know, fixing the situation.
Okay. And did they agree to you that if Troy can provide them a local framer, that they'll hire that local framer? That would be my guess that's how they would respond. But
yeah, I would expect so, but I have not had that conversation with them directly, so I can't speak to that issue.
okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Okay, any other questions for Kevin? All right, thanks a lot, Kevin. We
Have a great
appreciate your
afternoon.
update.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks,
You're
Kevin.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Next item on the agenda is Greg is going to review our financials for us. Greg?
Thanks, Ann. Good afternoon, everyone. Financials through 10 months, heading into our home stretch here. Very strong October results, about $172,000 in fee revenue for the month. And again, we generally have October, November and December are fairly strong months. Everyone's looking to close projects. You know, Rachel is always on the phone anticipating when these things are going to happen. We don't know exactly because things change in a day and a moment's notice, but we do anticipate with the amount of projects we have going that November and December are going to be strong as well. In terms of our balance sheet, our statement of financial position, cash remains strong, balance sheet remains strong. Cash is a little over $8.2 million to date. Our liabilities, everything's in line with what our expectations are. The large amount in accrued liabilities represents our normal county contract that we accrue each quarter, and we pay that once a year, and that'll be paid most likely at the end of this year or early next year. In terms of, again, revenue to total year-to-date revenue and expenses, you can see below compared to budget, compared to 2020. And like I said, I sound like a broken record, but again, strongest year, I think, on record, almost $2.9 million of revenue. Fully anticipate that we're going to break the $3 million mark here over the next couple months. Just a little perspective, 2020 was a hard year, and it's always, you want to, kind of throw that out we just really didn't know. So, what was going on there with COVID, but 2019, we had about $1.9 million of revenue year to date. And 2018 was about 1.7 million. So, again, pretty success. And those were really strong years as well. So, still quite a bit, improvement over 19 and 18 as well. And again, so right now we stand at a $1.2 million surplus over our expenses, and certainly anticipate that that's going to continue over the next couple months. And again, have a real, great rebounding year for the organization.
Thank you, Greg. It certainly has been a strong rebound from COVID. We're up $2 million over this same time last year. And we've held our expenses. We're almost within budget. And, change in net assets is favorable considerably over a year ago. So the whole team, the whole organization should be very proud of that. And nice to see that happening in the county when it was a tough year last year. So any questions for Greg?
I just wanted to make a comment, Ann.
Yes.
I believe when we were working on the budget, we had asked Greg what he expected for this year. I believe we've come close to hitting that, correct? Didn't we say 2.9?
A little more than that, almost 2.97. Yeah, I mean, we had a deal closed. That's the hard part. You put something to paper. There was a deal that we didn't anticipate closing that closed, right? And that just changes the game. So yeah, I mean, we're already off, just in 30 days, there's a couple deals that have closed that we initially were told that they're not going to close until next year. So again, all good, right? But yeah, we're almost there, and we still have, like I said, 2 months to go, and we could do all the predicting we want. We're certainly, Rachel and the team and everyone does an unbelievable job, communicating with our applicants of the status, but it just really depends. Things could happen, and all of a sudden, in a day's notice, they're like, "Hey, we need to close this week or close next month," and obviously we accommodate, and all good things, and so. That's a good point. We are better than what we even had originally had projected 30 days ago.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay, any other questions for Greg? Good report.
Good
Good results. You're hired. No. Okay, thanks a lot, Greg. Someone else going to say something? No. Okay. All right. So thank you. We will move on to our first project application, and Andy Germanow has joined us. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'll have Anna start off by reviewing the project with us, and then perhaps you could also tell us a little bit more. But Anna, you want to kick it off?
Thank you, Ann, and welcome, Andy. Germanow Simon Corp., the DBA being GS Plastic Optics, or Teletrue Incorporated, a manufacturer of precision polymer optics, is constructing a 10,500 square foot expansion to its existing facility in the city of Rochester. The company was recently awarded a contract with Light Deck Diagnostics to produce the waveguide to help detect the SARS-CoV-2 pathogen, which detects the COVID-19 virus. Germanow Simon Corporation plans to create 10 new FTEs in addition to its existing 97 FTEs. The $3.5 million project is seeking a real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemption. The cost to benefit ratio is 16 to 1.
Okay, thanks, Anna. Andy, would you like to elaborate, tell us more?
Sure. I'm Andy Germano. I'm the CEO and owner of Germano Simon Geosplastic Optics. Just a little bit more. This is the part that we're going to be making. This this is the waveguide that goes into our customer's product. This is a little desktop device that reads the information off of the slide. You might notice on the picture there's a little black device down at the bottom. Our part goes into there, and it provides the device will read and provide results within about 5 minutes. So it's a fast turnaround medical diagnostic device that's been adapted for COVID testing. We've been doing business with this customer, helping them develop this item for about 5 years. The build out that we're doing is going to enable us to provide high volume production of this component, and we're very tight timeframes and urgent need, as we read in the papers every day. The project will also provide space for additional capacity for our ongoing existing customers. We've been in business for over 100 years, and there's lots of ups and downs in that time, and we're very fortunate that we're on an upswing right now with all of our businesses. The building project is in the budget. It's about $3.5 million, and there's another $3.5 million that is going to be involved with tooling, automation, and machinery. That's a rough overview of what we're doing.
The 35.1 million contract that you were awarded, was that the BARDA grant?
The BARDA grant was 35 million, and about 5 million was allocated to us. The balance of it is our customers build out in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. I was in New York City over the weekend, and it was amazing. Almost every other block, there were vans there offering testing services to people wandering along. I'm assuming that must be, a process that takes minutes too. Are you involved in that?
We're not involved in whatever you saw there, no.
Mm-hmm. And certainly the city is making themselves accessible for people who want testing. So,
yeah, my assumption is that this little device will be available for all types of institutions and companies to have at their doors. So maybe similar to what you saw in New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
This device is also used for environmental testing as well as COVID testing. There's lots of different applications, and we've actually been supplying tens of thousands of parts to them for veterinary applications as well.
Well, you've obviously been very, very successful. We're lucky to have you here in Monroe County. So how about questions from the board on this? Any questions? Okay, thank you. And Rachel, there was a public hearing held on this project on November 15th. Were there any comments raised at that public hearing?
No, there were not.
Okay, thank you. And Andy, I'm going to ask you a few labor questions. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes.
Do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time?
I don't believe so, no.
Are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested 45 days in advance?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The seeker process is complete, and now we'll move forward with the reading of the resolution. Anna?
And I want to make a motion to waive the reading at all future readings.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
I'm sorry, who was the second?
Tony is.
Tony, okay. All right, any other comments on that? All right, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving a real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax exemption, and sales tax exemption. May I have a motion, please?
I'll
I'll
motion
make
in.
Motion. Whoops.
Okay, I heard Joe
I'll
And-
second it.
and Lisa. Thank you. Any additional comments, questions on that? All those in favor, well, I'm going to take a roll call. Jay is absent. Tony,
Yay.
Rhett,
Yay.
Troy,
Yay.
Joe,
Yay.
and Lisa.
Yay.
And Ann is a yay. Motion carries. Congratulations. Thanks for staying and growing in Monroe County. You're a success.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. So next project is Aptitude Rochester LLC. Joe.
Yay.
And we have Lucas Amalfi and Wendy Lognot. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, who are joining us to represent Aptitude.
Hi, good afternoon. Lucas Amalfi here. I'm sorry, the screen says Zach Feldman. I am the development manager at Aptitude Development, looking after the project, and Wendy is also here with me.
Okay. All right. We'll start out by asking Anna to review the project details with us, and then we'll turn to you and ask you to elaborate. Tell us more. So Anna.
Thank you. Aptitude Rochester LLC is proposing to construct Rock River Apartments, a new student housing community in the town of Henrietta. The community will consist of 6 three-story buildings with 201 units, containing a total of 494 bedrooms. Phase 2 of the project, the industrial portion, will begin when the residential complex is complete. Aptitude Rochester LLC plans to create 12 new FTEs. The $59.2 million project is seeking a shelter rent pilot, a mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemption. The cost to benefit ratio is 4:1.
Thank you, Anna. All right. So Lucas and Wendy, you have more you want to tell us about the project?
Sure. Well, I do think that was a very good description, but I will add a kind of just where we're at currently. So we started on this project about 12 months ago, kind of going through our due diligence and going through some pre-development, working very closely with the town of Henrietta. We received our special use permit. We also received a full site plan approval from the planning board last month. We are on pace to begin construction early 2022. We're preparing our applications for building permits as we speak. And the construction, as I said, will commence in early 2022 for an occupancy of summer 2023. We believe that there's a very strong demand for additional student housing in Henrietta and especially adjacent to RIT. And, we very much are excited about our project and we look forward to supplementing some of that demand.
Okay, and you also received the support from the town of Henrietta. You want to talk about that a little bit? You were very helpful on transportation matters and historical matters.
Right, yep. So there's a single family home that is on a historical list that we are preserving. We're adding a plaque to, and it's going to be maintained throughout the entirety of the project. We agreed to build a multimodal path through our project, connecting to the adjacent parcels, which will eventually extend all the way down East River Road to Lehigh Station and up to Rochester Institute of Technology. And we also agreed to extend East River Road and pay into the county's improvement fund. I believe the exact amount is $211,000 that we're giving to the county in order for them to upgrade East River Road as traffic begins to increase on that road, as development continues to increase. And we also agreed to put in 2 left lane turn lanes into East River Road, expanding the road on our own. I will say that, the town of Henrietta has, supported us throughout our entire development process. We began with, very preliminary conversations, as early as 12 months ago, and they've had, nothing but support this whole time. And yes, they did vote to write us a support letter for this pilot program at a meeting last month.
Very, very impressive. So the shelter rent program that's a tax abatement for low income or student housing, obviously. And definition of that is gross rents collected less utilities times 10%. So it's definitely an affordable rate for new student housing. So, and you're Zach Feldman. I think I called you Lucas.
I'm sorry, I'm Lucas Amalfi. The screen is showing up with Zach Feldman. I'm on his computer right now. So
okay.
I'm sorry about the confusion.
That's all right. All right, questions from the board on this?
Yes. Will you be a builder owner or a builder seller?
No, we anticipate owning this, project for a number of years. Like all of real estate, it eventually gets sold. So I'm not going to say that, we'll own it for 100 years, obviously, but we will build it. We will hire a third-party GC to build it, and we will own and operate it, just like the rest of our portfolio.
Thank you.
You're a national developer.
We are based in northern New Jersey. I'm personally from Rochester, New York, but we are based in northern New Jersey, and we do projects all across the country. Student housing projects in particular, correct?
Okay. Other questions from the board?
Yeah, do you plan on using a Rochester GC to do the work?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you have one chosen yet or no?
We are between 2 GCs, both based out of Rochester. I think I know where we're leaning, but I'm not comfortable, disclosing that right now.
Okay.
But both out of Rochester, correct?
And I have a question.
Yes, try.
So Lucas, are you offering like 6 months leases? How's the leasing? How's that schedule? Are they locked in?
That's a great, obviously, the academic calendar is 9 months, but we do offer 12-month leases and also 9-month leases. And we can also offer shorter term leases if, let's say a student goes, overseas for a semester. So we can kind of service, all needs, but typically our lease will start in August and end in August. So they have a full academic calendar. And if they need to stay in the summer, they have that capability as well. So our first year of occupancy, all of our leases will start, let's say August 1st, 2023. So that academic calendar is, fulfilled.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, Rachel, there was a public hearing held on this matter November 15, yesterday. Any comments from that hearing?
The town assessor, Michelle Nicodemus, and the assistant assessor, Charlene Stephanie, both attended. They asked questions about the construction timeline and the structure of the pilot agreement, which were answered by staff and Lucas. And those were the only comments.
Okay, thank you. All right, I will ask you a few local labor questions. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes.
And do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time?
No, we do not.
And are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested 45 days in advance?
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. The seeker process is complete. We have waived the reading of the resolution. We all have copies of that in our books for today. So I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving a real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Was that Rhett?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Rhett. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Any additional comments or questions? All right, I'll take a roll call vote. Jay is absent. Tony,
Yay.
Rhett,
Yay.
Troy,
Yay.
Joe,
Yay.
Lisa?
I need to abstain.
Okay. Do you want to tell us why?
Oh, because I serve on the town board in
Oh,
Henrietta.
that's right. Dumb question on my part. Thank you. All right. So one abstention and Anne is a yay. So motion carries. Thank you. Good luck with the project. And we appreciate that you're growing and expanding in Rochester.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
You're
Have a
welcome.
good rest of your day.
You too. Okay, moving right along to the project modifications. The first one is in Innovation Partners Rock LLC. Anna?
Thank you, Anne. Galena Development Corporation is redeveloping the 580,000 square foot Xerox Square property in the city of Rochester to create a collaborative, academically focused campus in which students from multiple academic institutions can live, learn, and innovate in an urban environment. This project was originally approved in September of 2020 for sales tax and mortgage reporting tax exemptions. Phase 2 of the project is now beginning, which consists of 10 more residential floors of student housing and 3 floors of commercial office space. The applicant is requesting an increase in project costs of $21.9 million for phase 2 and an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31st of 2022. The total project cost is now $39,300,000. The new sales tax exemption benefit amount is now $1,484,800, and the mortgage recording tax exemption is now $210,000.
Okay, thank you. I believe we have Evan Galena and Kurt Sertle with us. Do you have anything you'd like to add to Anna's comments?
I think she covered the basis of it. Thank you for that, Anna. Much appreciated. Yeah, as we continue, this project is gaining some traction. We have students living on campus now, and we're just looking forward to taking the next steps here.
Another 10 floors. That's aggressive. So, questions from the board for Evan? Okay. Hearing none, we will waive the reading of the resolution. And I'll ask for a motion to approve an increase in project costs of $21.9 million and an extension of this sales tax exemption through December 31, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Tony. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Ann.
Thank you, Joe. Any other additions, changes to the motion? Hearing none, I'll take a roll call vote. Excuse me, I'll take a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, Evan, and good luck.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, the next project modification is I-Square LLC. And Anna, would you like to tell us about that?
Yes, I-Square is a mixed-use town center development in the town of Irondequoit. The project was originally approved in March 2013 for a custom real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. This ongoing project received an extension of the sales tax exemption benefit through December 31st, 2021. This request is for another extension through June 30th, 2023, due to a longer than anticipated construction period. The project is expected to be completed in 2023.
Okay, so this is an I-Square LLC extension Any comments, questions by the board? on
Uh,
this?
Yes, Anna,
Tony?
project will be completed when?
2023 is what they're asking for, June 30, 2023.
So are they going into the town to get approvals on anything they need to get approvals for?
Rachel?
Believe they have all approvals in place, Tony, just construction's taking a really long time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Rachel, when did this project start? It's been going on for a while.
It was originally
2013.
in 13 and they closed in 2014. I don't believe meaningful construction started until 2016, 2017. And then in 2019, or maybe it was 18, they expanded the scope of the project to include some contiguous and non-contiguous parcels that had structures on them that needed to be demolished and then included. So the project has grown over the years in addition to just taking a long time.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions from the board on this? Okay, we will waive the reading of the resolution and I'll ask for a motion to approve an extension of the sales tax exemption through June 30, 2023. Is there a motion?
I'll make the,
Tony,
second.
thank you. And Lisa, second. Any additional comments, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The Meadows at English LLC, another project modification. Anna?
Thank you, Anne. The Meadows at English LLC, a subsidiary of Ambassador Homes Incorporated, is a local developer and manager of senior housing communities. The Meadows is constructing 27 senior townhomes in the town of Greece. The project was originally approved by this board in April of 2017 for tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. The project was previously approved for extensions on that sales tax benefit in 2019 and in 2020. The applicant is now requesting an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31st, 2022, as the project is not yet completed.
Okay, any questions from the board on that? All right, we'll waive the reading of the resolution. I'll ask for a motion to approve an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31, 2022. Motion.
I'll
Thank
make
you,
the
Joy.
motion.
And seconded by Lisa. Any additional comments on that? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is 300 Trade Court LLC. Anna?
Thank you. 300 Trade Court Holdings LLC, a real estate holding company, is constructing a new 27,000 square foot facility in the town of Chili for its tenant No Wave, a related entity. No Wave is a licensed New York State hemp processor. This project was originally approved in January 2021 for a real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. The applicant is now requesting an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31st, 2022, as the project was delayed due to the pandemic.
Any questions on that? Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. So we're going to waive the reading of the resolution. And I'll ask for a motion to approve an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31, 2022. Your motion?
Moved, Ann.
Thank you, Rhett.
second, Ann.
Thank you, Tony. Any additional comments on that or changes? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Anna. Apex Rochester, another modification.
Thank you, Ann. Apex Rochester LLC is selling its student housing complex to Harrison Street Real Estate LLC. The project includes a new 140,000 square foot, 5-story building adjacent to the Phase 1 building. The building will feature 77 units, 318 beds, and multiple amenities for RIT students. The applicant is requesting approval to assume the custom real property tax abatement.
Okay, looks like we have Matt Corman on the phone. Anything you want to elaborate on, Matt?
No, we're excited for the opportunity and I think you covered it.
Okay. All right, we will waive the reading of the resolution and I'll ask for a motion to approve the sale of the facility and the assignment of the real property tax abatement. Is there a motion?
I'll motion in.
Thank you, Joe.
I'll second.
Tony, is a second. Any other comments on that? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
And I think I have to abstain from this one also. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, with one abstention. Thank you, Lisa. All right, the next assignment assumption is 2018 Gateway Hotel LLC. Anna?
Thank you, Ann. 2018 Gateway Hotel LLC is selling its Home to Suites Hotel in the town of Greece. The applicant is requesting approval to assume the real property tax abatement. The original approval date was May 17, 2016.
Okay. Let's see, we have Justin Shelton joining us. Welcome, Justin. Any comments you'd like to make on that?
No, that's about it. We're excited to be a part of the community and to get the hotel open and operating.
Well, it will certainly be a nice amenity to the town of Greece for sure. So thank you for that. All right, so we will waive the reading of the resolution and I'll ask for a motion to approve the sale of the facility and assignment of the real property tax abatement. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Tony and Lisa. Any other comments on that? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Thank you very much. And next item is an update from Anna on the Empower report. Anna?
Thank you, Ann.
Kristen Seinkins from MCC has joined us.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome,
Go ahead,
Kristen. Thank you, Ann. Yes, Empower is our workforce development training partnership with Monroe Community College. And Kristen is the acting vice president of workforce and economic development at MCC. And she's here to walk us through some of the milestones achieved so far this year with the program and a look ahead to the year to come. We just approved an extension of the contract and our relationship with MCC through Empower is on the books through 2025 now. That motion happened at our October meeting. And with that, I'd love for Kristen to go right ahead and walk us through some of her updates, and we'll go into some questions from the board afterwards.
Sounds great. Thank you, Anna. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm happy to tell you today that we have served 1,612 individuals since the start of this program, which is pretty cool. And since the total served in this last quarter from July to September is 213, which is pretty good considering companies are still coming back. So that's pretty exciting. The Empower program was designed to serve IT, advanced manufacturing and healthcare industries. And we have delivered instruction in all three of those sectors this quarter. We completed in October a web design and developer program. And we have wrapping up in December, a medical office assistant program, an HVAC jumpstart program, and our accelerated precision tooling program. Additionally, to give you guys an update on our Forward Center, which we're very excited about, we are still on schedule to begin offering our skilled trades and mechatronics programming in January of 2022. So that's not too far away. We are having some delays for, office furniture and whatnot, which I think probably everybody's experiencing that. However, we will have what we need to deliver programs. So that's very exciting. Some of the additional programs that we're going to be offering or shooting to offer in early next year is our robotics certification, some of our IT certificates, like our front-end developer, some of our IT support professional programs, as well as our AWS cloud practitioner program. And in this coming academic year, the 22-23 academic year, we are going to launch a couple new programs that are focused on I 4.0 technologies. And that would include, for example, our AR, VR, virtual reality program, and an additive manufacturing program as well. We are looking at probably the May timeframe to start doing some launch activities. We'll have sort of a soft launch with the program starting there in January. But we want to wait until we have all of our furniture and everything set up before we start doing any sort of celebrating. So you be on the lookout for that probably in the early May timeframe. So that is my update. Does anyone have any questions?
Very impressive, and thanks for all the data.
Absolutely.
The PowerPoint presentation really shows which aspects of the training we're truly serving with considerable number of students, and we appreciate our relationship with you.
Well, we appreciate it as well. We appreciate your support. It allows us to do even that much more. And it's great. So we thank you for that.
You're welcome. Questions from the board on Empower in our training through MCC? Okay, good report, Kristen. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kristen.
Okay, I'm now going to ask for a motion to go into executive session under section 105.5 of the Public Officers Law for the purpose of discussing proposed pending or current litigation. May I have a motion?
I'll make an motion.
Let's see, was that Joe?
Yeah.
Was there Tony also?
Yeah, I'll make the second.
I know you like to be first, so. Any changes to that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?